Hello Aquarius and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. Let's see what's coming in. We have your mid-month check-in. Oh, you might need a little rest. What's been going on, Aquarius? Okay, we have been through eclipse season. This is the Four of Feathers, which is the Four of Swords, sanctuary and rest. So yeah, how's your sleep been or your sleeping patterns? Do you need more sleep or have you been having some interesting dreams? Maybe you've been getting some interesting messages through your dreams or your subconscious mind that is coming through. But it's about building some really strong mental foundations here and be able to process what is going on for you at this moment in time. So it does feel like you're almost rewriting your story subconsciously. That's what I'm feeling here because it's happening in the dream state. So it would be really good for you to be doing any kind of subconscious programmings or meditations or anything like that, especially just before you go to bed. If you want to shift and change or bring in some kind of manifest, some kind of abundance, that could work really, really well with this time. But again, it might just be that you need to really, this could be a massive mindset shift that has come through. But yeah, I get a lot of physical stuff as well. Like you really need to be looking after your physical health and rest. So let's see what's shifting and changing for you, Aquarius. We have been through that eclipse portal. We're still in it. It still can happen. It's still active. It's still can happen at unexpected times. We have Mercury retrograde, so a lot of element of air here. The Four of Feathers is very much like rethinking, going over things, reworking the narrative, reworking the story, going over details as well. And then we've got Sword Queen, Libra Throne coming in here. So it's been a little bit of hard work. It's been a bit of a balancing act as well. But this is about, perhaps even contractual agreements you've had to go over. But both of these are the element of air. So there's a lot going on inside your mind of things that you've had to think about. And the Queen is about just, going in and getting really clear about some stuff, getting really clear inside your mind and balanced thoughts as well, so that you're not going down wormholes or mental paths that aren't really leading anywhere. This is finding a lot of clarity, which is actually really good, and processing. A lot of mental processing is coming through with this. So it feels like there's just been a lot of big energies that have been around with the eclipse. We'll see where we're moving with this. We are moving into Taurus season. We have a full moon in Scorpio coming up in the second half of April, which is the Wesak full moon. It's the Buddha's enlightenment. So the veils between the worlds are thin then. It's a great time to meditate. So if you wanted to start some kind of practice or protocol, or you go through a thing where you are listening to those meditations just before bed, this would be a fantastic time to be doing it in the second half of April, especially around that full moon time. You can really reprogram some things and manifest some abundance, and maybe reprogram some belief systems around love, around money. That can come through. It may require a little bit of work. It's like finding the balance between working hard and enjoying yourself with this. But at the same time, I feel like there could just be some amazing benefits to this. So yeah, any kind of work that you can do around manifestation and getting really clear about that is really fantastic. So getting a clear head is definitely on the agenda here for you, Aquarius. So there could even be a Libra around you with the Libra throne. So that might be somebody that you're thinking about, dreaming about, or just weighing up some options around. But I feel like this is more you. But like I said, if there's someone around you that is the Sword Queen, it doesn't have to be a Libra. It just is somebody that is, you can bounce these ideas off and get a balanced, and you want somebody that has a fair judgment or a fairly impartial, like they might not be involved in the situation. It's like, hey, what do you think of this? And you kind of tell them, and then you know that they're not that emotionally invested, that they're going to just give you quite a fair assessment. So that also could be good to have that kind of trusted voice around, or someone you can bounce off, or advisor of some sort. So let's see what else is coming through for Aquarius. So Aquarius, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because they give you a more holistic view, the bigger picture of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Aquarius. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. Again, I feel like you're kind of weighing a lot of stuff up mentally and processing a lot. So I don't feel like you would, but this is very much in your mind. It's not necessarily an intuitive approach yet, until we'll see what's coming through with the rest of the reading. And there is no extended reading for the mid-month. That is happening in the monthly readings. So let's see what is coming through for Aquarius. I've just got to get the right energy. The cards are asleep, just like that beautiful resting bear. Let's wake them up and say, we need the reading for Aquarius. Okay, let's see. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, look at these 2 fours. They can be this sense of they're looking at foundational stuff in your life in terms of what you're thinking about where you are in your material world. So in terms of career, home, money, health, can be all of those things. Crossed by the Tower. Okay. Libra just got the same thing. They got crossed by the Tower. So if you've got Libra in your chart, you might want to also check that out. Or if you're cross-watching, you might want to check that out. So the Tower is that very eclipse-like energy. It can be that, you know, maybe this is unexpected change that comes in that maybe you weren't expecting. Well, that would be unexpected change. So we've got the Temperance card, the Queen of Swords again coming into the near future. Okay, the Queen of Cups. We've got this card at the base, which I feel like is the nemesis of Aquarius. The Queen of Cups, the 6 of Swords, but this is where you're breaking free of those limited forms of thinking and being able to move on from them. So again, a little bit of in your head, a little bit of can you do this, but then you're going to be happy. So, oh, and you're the boss. Okay. And the clarity is coming with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're being challenged with something that's suddenly changed to a foundational situation in the material realm for you. And here we have it, the 4 of Swords. This may have been that you've had to be really tight with money sometimes, or you've had to save, put money aside or save, or it's about debts and bills as well. But the 4 of Pentacles is, yet again, about foundations. So it's almost like this calmness that comes in, except that the Tower, boom, comes through. So perhaps there's been some kind of unexpected change or even unexpected opportunity that comes in around this. But again, the Tower is saying, look, whatever it is that you're holding on to here, because this 4 of Pentacles wants to hold on to something. It's like, I've built this. This is my foundation. This is what I know. And the Tower comes in and goes, boom. Okay, what you thought you know, you don't know. We're taking you out of the comfort zone. And that definitely there's a big shift and change that's coming through. So what are you holding on to for fear of letting go? It's almost like the Tower says, well, you're letting go. There's like an external force which is definitely bringing that change. In your conscious mind, you've got the World card. So this is saying that there is potentially, maybe you're thinking about ending, like a major ending. This is a major ending and completion stage of a cycle. That could be to do with where you're at with these foundations, these material foundations. So this could be big things like I'm thinking of retiring, or I'm thinking of changing careers, or I'm thinking of starting a new job, or I'm thinking of moving home, or I'm thinking of, it could be just a big shift. I'm thinking of a big change to my health or to my relationships or daily routines in some way. So the World card does represent major endings to old cycles. So again, we're seeing that there's a lot that you're processing here. So on the base, deep down, we have this 8 of Swords, and this is where the character's feeling really constricted and frustrated and confined, and it's almost like they're stuck in their own thoughts. It's the thoughts that are binding them. They're not necessarily seeing things coming, and then the Tower comes in, boom, and says, I'm releasing you from this restricted area, this energy. Something inside your mind was keeping you stuck and small and in this restricted, frustrated space. And that could be limited belief system, or it could be somebody else's belief of you that you've taken on. And it could have just been a very stressful and tight situation, financial situation, or whatever this 4 of Pentacles represents to you, the thing that you've been working with on the material realm. But it's like there's been restrictions around with that 8 of Swords. So in the recent past, we've got the Temperance card, and this is saying that there potentially were new elements that were coming in. Maybe there was some focus that came through around your health and sleep and, just trying to find some kind of balance and harmony in your life and working with new elements and feeling like you're aligning to who you are and something more authentic to you. But at the same time, it feels a little bit like, okay, I find the universe has got other plans for where I thought I was heading with that. In the near future, we've got this very clear. We've got the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So they're actually nice energies when what's going on inside your mind. I feel like there's a little bit of calmness. You can rest a little bit. And the Queen of Swords has her head above those clouds of fear and doubt. So it's like the green light, or that you are very clearly communicating what it is that you need, or just clear communication that comes through. So it may be that you're nurturing a relationship through communication, through communicating clearly and not being afraid to speak what you need to say and say what you need to get off your chest in some way. But definitely feels like there is something that is sort of like I'm processing how I'm going to work, like what I'm thinking about this situational person and how I'm going to talk to them. So it feels very much like that. A little bit of clarity and honesty would go a long way with this Ace of Swords. But again, it's the sword of truth. So that can be a little bit cutting. It's this Queen of Swords. I feel like there's like a balanced, there's a balance in the way that she's communicating. There's a little bit of diplomacy and, massaging the situation a little bit. So she holds the sword of truth, but she knows how to use it in a way that's not going to upset or insult or offend somebody, but still get the desired result that they want, and still say, well, perhaps, this, negotiate in some way, in a fair way. There's fairness. You're presenting as the Queen of Cups, so there might be somebody new that you're talking to, or that somebody you have to go through some kind of extensive discussions in the near future, even planning in some way that's going to require some tact and balanced communication, and perhaps even for you having a bit of a think about that. But you're presenting as the Queen of Cups, which is, I think, throughout all of this, it's like I need to just come back to myself. I need to nurture myself. I need to love myself. I need to come back in and trust my feelings and my intuitions. And yeah, it could be very highly intuitive, this Queen of Cups. But it's also a sense of the Queen of Cups likes to retreat into a safe emotional place. A bit like that Four of Feathers. And again, I feel like, these conversations that you're having or with people, it's like you have to kind of come back in and process it and work it through, and then just replenish how you're feeling so that you can go back out again and have those conversations. But we have energy surrounding you is this Six of Swords. This is, moving on. These are people potentially transition. There's transitions anywhere. It's like everywhere around you, it feels like maybe you're in a transition phase. Maybe other people are in a transition phase. These are people making interesting moves, moving on from energies. These are people moving home, traveling, making big changes and moves in their lives. And ultimately, the Six of Swords is wanting to move away from some kind of drama into a place of peace. So it can represent travel. Perhaps there are travel opportunities around you as well. Perhaps there's opportunities to get closer to a body of water, but it really feels like there are opportunities to find the peace and compassion within a situation as well. So, hopes and fears, we have the Death card. So this is transformative energy. This is transformation. This is Pluto, the underworld, very intense Scorpio energy, coming back, being faced with some deep truths, but also through that process being able to step into your power and transform an area of your life. So, and the Death card does represent endings, things naturally ending. And so processing that, whether that's something you want or not, that could be a hope or a fear. But we have, as the outcome, the Nine of Swords, which is, again, the card of potentially having some sleepless nights, waking up at 3 a.m, being a little bit worried. Maybe some fears are coming up and creeping into your mind. Maybe there's a bit of anxiety in a way, or stress. With the Ten of Wands, what have I taken on? This is a heavy thing, or this is a lot of dedication or a lot of work in some way, or some kind of new work that comes in. But then it's right next to the card of happiness, the Ten of Cups and the Emperor. So it's like, you might just be like, what have I taken on here? I'm a bit stressed and worried about it. But then I think you're going to be happy, and also happy with if you're working with like a boss or an authority, or having to deal with authorities in some way, or this is just you feeling like you stepping into your power and feeling a little bit more in control of a situation and of your life. So you're overcoming those fears and doubts. You are the emperor. You're the boss here, bossing up. So I feel like even though there's something that's worrying you, I think that, yeah, it's got a really positive outcome, that the emperor is very successful. So we have, as overall energy, the Ace of Swords. This is such a wonderful card to come through for you, Aquarius, because it is saying you have the power. You have the power of communication, of this is a new cycle involving a new way, a new person or a new contract or a new form of communication, or ideas are coming through that you're working with. So this is powerful. This is a powerful new start for your mind, for your intellect, for the way that you're communicating, for your ideas. And it feels like you know how to wield this. You are the Queen of Swords. This is coming through, that you're going to work out how to use this very clear and direct information, that start a new beginning that comes through with the Ace of Swords. But this is also clarity. So clarity and truth. So there is a sense that there's a lot of clarity that is going to come to you. It's just going to require a little bit of processing time. I see a very successful new beginning coming through here, where you're taking on some kind of new task that requires some responsibility, but you're going to pass it with flying colors. It's like, or taking on some kind of new, dedicating yourself to something new, but it feels like, no, it's for the sake of stepping up or leveling up or creating happiness in your life. So yeah, I feel like you're going to be really happy with the outcome, or somebody's going to be really happy with you. So let's pull an affirmation card coming through, Aquarius. We had this one. It is safe to look within. Look at this beautiful Queen of Cups. That's what you're turning up as in the reading. And yeah, it's safe to look within and say, how am I feeling? What's going on with these feelings? What's going on inside of me? What's going on with my intuition and my heart? And it might be, quite a lot of information that's going on there. But it says, as I move through the layers of other people's opinions and beliefs, I see within myself a magnificent being, wise and beautiful. I love what I see in me. Wow. And this is really beautiful. Absolutely amazing. And I feel like, you're rising to a challenge of some way, but it is requiring all this processing. So yeah, you're moving beyond these limitations. Let's see what we have for Aquarius, the Two Hearts. Okay. So this feels like there is a really lovely connection that's coming through with this. Really lovely partnership or connection that comes through. And I feel like there's a lot of support with this as well. It's really beautiful, actually. This is like the person that's by your side that is here supporting you, or you're meeting someone or connecting to somebody new, and it feels like, okay, this feels like a supportive role or a supportive place that I find myself in. But definitely the Two of Hearts could represent a relationship, and that there is a lot of, new energy that's coming in around a relationship that can restore some kind of balance as well, and happiness. So it's a very empowered energy, but feels very supportive, which is really lovely. So that's your reading, Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments and love to hear what's going on for you. So please leave that in the comment. And all of that also helps with the growth of the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Check out all my other offerings, readings, healings, all that stuff, the energy work that I do as well. and take care.